Yeah, I say I'm the dark knight. I've decided what I'm going to do now. I'm going to wait, right, until I've got something to say, and then I'm going to leave a comment in the comment section and tell people when to watch the video. This is cannabis sativa, belladonna, and datura that I'm smoking. That was some tincture of goji berry, St. John's wort, and wood betony. That's quite an interesting combination of herbs I'm invoking now. Wood betony, it's supposed to be a ward against black magic and witchery. I heard a crow there. Did you hear that crow? What's the next one? St. John's Wort, also be a ward against witchcraft and black magic. And goji, well, goji is a long herb of long life. So I just thought I'd chuck it in there for good measure, you know. You know, I'm sort of like on the autistic spectrum. Probably people would put me on the autistic spectrum. I prefer to think of it as the shamanic spectrum. It's like I think of myself as a right-brained person. I'm a visual thinker. So I mean, when you're born and you're growing up, you don't realize that you're a visual thinker. You don't think of yourself as different from other people. I mean, you might wonder why other people are acting so strange. I mean, like I did, I sort of like, you know, I used to wonder, I think, why are people acting so strange? Why are they sort of like so busy talking all the time? And thinking in language. Because being a right brain thinker, I naturally think in pictures, and I'm a visual thinker. So it's taken me. I'm still trying to understand how and why these people think in language. I can't really get my head around it. You know, to me, language is like a tool. It's like a hammer and a chisel. I'm trying to chisel away at things. I'm trying to sculpt what I want to say. You know, I'm trying to sculpt it. It's like I'm a sculptor. You know, I'm trying to chisel away at what I mean. You know, it takes a long time. You know. To say what I really want to mean, it's like there's a lot of work goes into it. Ah dear. So we'll keep track of that. What was that? Oh, I was thinking it was a lot longer than that. Oh, only about 8 or 9 minutes. I tell people at 8 minutes, you know, watch 8 minutes until 10 minutes. I just have to leave a sort of clues in the comments to tell people when to watch. You know, what few minutes are worth watching. I mean, who's going to want to watch someone just sitting there, sort of like trying to get their head together for 20 minutes or an hour or something, however long it takes? Only the really dedicated people will watch that sort of stuff, like the real disciples. I mean, can the computers really decipher what's going on here? Why am I bothered about trying to communicate with people online? When there's loads of other people out there, real people, or sort of like, in theory, real people. It's like if you try to look under the surface, like of most people, it's sort of like there's no one there. There's no one there really. So it's like, what's the point? I suppose you could keep looking. According to Carlos Castaneda and the Don Juan books, there are people there. It's just that they're extremely rare, and you've got to really look carefully and for a long time to find them. It's like sort of like stars in the universe. Yeah, there are seemingly infinite number of them, but can you find them? Can you get close to them? Can you get the warmth from them? I mean, if you calculate the amount of space in the universe and it compared to the amount of stars, it's pretty similar to the amount of prime numbers compared to non-prime numbers in the number of infinity. Yeah, I've alluded to this before in other videos, but I've made what seems to me like almost infinite number of videos, so you probably won't ever find it. So I might as well go over it again. Right. Prime numbers. If you go from 1 to 10, you've got 5 prime numbers. You've got 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. They're the prime numbers. They're the only numbers between 1 and 10 that can only be divided by 1 to get to a whole number. What that means is that if you try to divide it, if you try to half it or divide it by 3 or divide it by 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever number you want to choose, you'll get a whole number, like a 1 or a 2 or a 3. So it's, for example, 6 is not a prime number. But if you divide it by 2, you get 3. So 3 is a whole number. If you divide it by 3, you get 2. And 2 is also a whole number. So that means that 6 is not a prime number. But 5 or 7, now you try to divide 7 by any number, apart from 1, divide it by 2, you get 3.5, 3.5. So that's not a whole number. Divided by 3, you get 3 2/3. or is it 3 1/3? 3 1/3. 3 point, hang on, 2.2 1/3. 2.33333. It's not a whole number. So it doesn't count. It's not good. 6, you can divide it by a whole number. If you try to divide 5 by 4, 1.25. It's not a whole number. Divide it by 2, 2.5, 2.5. It's not a whole number. You can't divide it by any number apart from 1, where it's a whole number, right? So 5 is a prime number. Now, getting back to the topic of why see, it gets extremely complicated. It becomes really hard work trying to explain it to someone why the infinite is a proof in itself, in and of itself. It's a proof in and of itself is self-evident. You just have to look at it long enough. You know, you just have to look at it long enough, and that is what it means to do the work. You've got to look at the infinite long enough and understand the relationship between what is and what is not. What are prime numbers and what are non-prime numbers? Because there are an infinite number of prime numbers, right? But there are also an infinite number of non-prime numbers. But the problem is the relationship between prime numbers and non-prime numbers, i.e. real numbers, hard numbers, concrete numbers, and immaterial, effervescent, unreal numbers is the same as between an infinite and 1. Right, what happens is that when you go from 10 and you add another 0 to 100, there is only 25 prime numbers. I mean, I could talk you through them, but it would take a long time, and you just take my word for it or do the research. It's pretty straightforward. If you do the research, you will see that the number of prime numbers in 1 to 100 is 25. 25. That's 1 in 4. Now, the prime numbers from 1 to 10 is 1 in 5. That's a half. That's like, oh no, sorry, 1 in 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. So that's a half. It's the same as 1 in 2. 1 out of 2. It's the same proportion. So it's a half, 50%. So if you go to 50%, God, I'm a bit drunk. I need to drink more alcohol or water. I need to drink water. That's what I drink. I'll drink water. I'll drink coconut water. This is really good. I'm going to demonstrate several things at once now. Right, I'm too drunk. My body has run out of electrolytes and stuff. So I'm sort of talking a bit slowly. I can see that I'm slurred. My voice is slurred. And now I've got coconut water. I'm stopping drinking alcohol, and I'm going to now start drinking Coconut water. See, this is it. This is the work. You know, this is the work in progress. Now I'm doing the work. It's like this is what I wanted to do. It's taken a long time. You know, what's the camera doing? Oh, 20 minutes. That's not too bad. Yeah. So this is like, it's like I've reached rock bottom. Who's that there? Oh, is that John? Is that John? Yeah, John. Oh, hi, John. You know what, right? I noticed your comments the other day. I wasn't paying attention, but I noticed you the other day. So thanks for watching the other day, and it's good to see you. Anyway, yeah. So right. So now I'm very drunk, and now I'm having coconut water to help me sober up, right? So I can get on with this video properly. Don't. It's not a serious video, John. So don't worry about watching that. I'm just chilling out, you know. I'm just having a good time and just relaxing and stuff, you know. So, you know, you can stay around and talk to me. That was fine. I'd really like to talk to me, but it's nothing serious. Hang on, what is that? Oh, right, you're having a holiday. Oh, nice one. I expect you're drinking some beer then. I just drank a really nice bottle of wine, you know, and now I'm on some coconut water. Excuse me, I'm just going for a wee. I'm just going to be back in a minute. Right. I was looking out the window of my toilet, my bathroom window, right, and it's like there's clouds, but they look like spaceships, and I'm thinking maybe they're spaceships. I mean, there were these guys that talked to me when I was younger. When I was a teenager, when I was about 19. I used to hang out in this place. It was like a drop-in center for like people that have got not many, you know, did no friends, and you know they've got nowhere to live maybe, and the people go there and they get food and very cheap. It's still there, you know. It's still there, but it changed. You know, they had a pool table. People used to play pool, and a tennis table. You know, you play table tennis, and they'd have really cheap tea and coffee. Like tea was 5p. You know, so you can get a cup of tea for 5p, a cup of coffee for 10p. You know, and you had meals for 50p. You know, lunchtime at 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, you get a meal. You know, for 50p, and so people used to go there. A lot of people used to go there. Maybe, you know, 20, 30, 40 people would go there and eat meals, and maybe 50 people. You know, and it's still there. I don't go. I used to go there about 20 years ago, and 25 years ago, something like that. And I've got good memories. I used to really enjoy it, but I've gone in there a few times in the last few years. In the last, you know, several years. Every now and again, every few years I go in there. It doesn't seem the same. You know, when I was younger, it seemed like a great place. Hello, John. I'm just looking at your comments tonight. What's that? Hang on a minute. My eyesight ain't very good. I've got to look at it closer. Well, that's a shame. You got cold. Well, I'll tell you what, John. You know what you need to do? You need to. I'm only trying to be a friend, right? What you need to do is go and jump in some cold water. I'm going to do that in a couple of days. You carry on watching my videos, right? I'm going to go into some cold water. I'll tell you what, right? About, hang on. What is it today? Is it Monday today? Saturday? Was it? No, hang on a minute. No, it's longer than that. Oh, yeah, last Sunday. So about 8 days ago, I went in the sea. It was cold. It was cold and it hurt. And I was screaming. I was going, It hurt. It really hurt. But you know what? It builds your immune system. It gets rid of colds. I had snow. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah. I hope you're doing all right too. How have you had any snow there? Snowy. If you had snow, did you get that 2 foot of snow that you thought you was going to get? You said you were going to get 2 foot of snow. Did it happen, or have you been okay? Yeah, so I'm starting to feel 18 inches. Oh, you bad boy. I'm just kidding. Yeah, heavy snow. I had to make a little joke there. I just couldn't help it. Like, where's my lighter gone? Fucking hell. All right. It's good job I've got a few lighters hanging around. Oh, there it is. You know, smoking this mixture, it's like there's a whole other reality, and it doesn't feel compatible with like making videos. So what it is, there's quite a lot I would like to say about these herbs that I've been using, but it's like you've got a sixth sense, right, and a seventh sense, and I mean, I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be like mysterious or mystic or anything like that. I'm being deadly serious, right? We've got part of our brain, or some part of us knows the future. Okay, it knows what's going to happen next. So that's how you have intuition. It's part of your intuition. It's something that feeds into your intuition, so that you know. Yeah, intuition, according to the dictionary or the Bible of words, right? The Bible of words, because okay, right, intuition. HIJKII. Intuition, instinctive knowledge or insight without conscious reasoning. Intuitive, adjective. Intuitively, adverb. Okay. I mean, that's the Collins dictionary, Gem Dictionary, 1995. So it's only a small dictionary. It's not a full definition, but the key word, I think, is knowledge. I mean, if you look up reasoning, for example, my eyesight ain't as good as it used to be, I don't think. And you know, it's like sometimes at the moment I feel a bit dumb. I feel dumbed down. I'm working on quite a slow level, but my reasoning's still good. I think it's just that I'm getting older, and my brain my brain speed is slowing down. You know, so when I was doing the work, it's like I was really going for it. You know, and I feel like I have made some progress, and the thing is, these things take time. It's like when I was younger, my imagination and my expectations made me think that there would be some sort of answer, and it would be clear, and it would be let me just think, like a picture, you know, something that I could see all in one go. But as I've got older and I've started doing the work, now I'm getting the idea that The answer is something that takes a long time, and you've got to be very together. You've got to look after your body. This is why it's so important that you understand that the body is a temple of the spirit, right? It's because it takes a long time to get the answer. It's like a story. You have to be there and you have to listen and you have to pay attention. Okay? You have to pay attention. And it takes a long time. It's a long story. To do the work is to listen to the long story. Okay? It doesn't happen just like that. It doesn't happen like that. It's a long story. It's like watching a really great movie that's got many, many, many sequels that go on and on and on and on. And each one is better than the last. You know, they get better and better and better. That's why it's work. That's why it's work. You got in between the stories, you have to sort of like strengthen yourself. You have to find ways to make yourself stronger. And so you can live longer and you can see the next episode. Okay. Just because I'm feeling generous, right? You know what I was going to say? I'm going to stop the video right now because I'm feeling generous. But I'm actually not feeling generous. I'm feeling vindictive and sadistic. So I'm going to keep the video going even longer and drink more coconut water. Okay, so I've been oh, we've got more comments. Let's have a look. What comments have we got? Heavy tonight, yeah. Okay, nice one, John. Yeah, Snowy's a great guy. I like him. You know, he's not perfect though. You know, he does make mistakes from time to time, and you've got to watch out for him. But mainly, he's a good guy. I like him, you know. Continuey, love. Look, our language is so pathetic. You have to sort of like, you have to use a spanner now and again to adjust it a little bit, I reckon. HRC. Yeah, exactly. Take, you know, yeah, you know, you're just saying what I just said. You're just repeating what I said. If you've got nothing original, HRC, then look at your next comment. Yeah, I already know that. Are you a monkey, HRC? Are you a sort of like trained monkey? I think you know, I identify myself with chimpanzees. I don't really understand humanity. I more identify with chimpanzees than I do with other humans. I'd like to meet a chimpanzee. I reckon, right, if I met a chimpanzee, we'd probably just beat each other up, you know, and then be best friends afterwards. Coconut water is really great. It's got loads of like good minerals in there. When you've been drunk too much alcohol, and that bottle of wine that I drank, you know, where is it? Oh, here it is. This is the one. Look at that, 15%. It's 15% alcohol. Have you ever seen a bottle of wine so strong as that, right? I just drunk it, and I'm still here, still making a video, and it's because of coconut water, you know, and all the herbs I've been taking and stuff, and you guys like being there, sort of like you're like a magnetic force, you guys. What? Let me look at these other videos. I live in a town. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want loads of Jewish, Orthodox Jews coming and trying to assassinate me. So I can't tell you where I live. You know, I don't want all the Orthodox Jews to come to sort of assassinate me. So, you know, I'm a bit paranoid about that sort of thing. That's why I don't tell people my real name. Oh man, HRC, you're such a nice guy, man. Oh, big hugs for you, man. Big hugs for you. I knew there was someone out there who could help me. That's one of the reasons I've been making all these videos. I just, you know, because I don't hate them. I just think they're a bit deluded, you know. I think they're a bit deluded, and it's really hard to get through to people that are already like so sure of themselves, you know. I just want to say the truth without getting crucified. That's all it is, you know. I really don't want to get crucified, and I know what they're like. Them guys, they automatically grab the wrong end of the stick, you know, and it really pisses me off, and it makes me sort of like a bit paranoid, you know. But if I could just sort of like speak the truth, and because I'm sure there's a way, you know. Actually, you know, it's like I'm still trying to understand it. You know, it's like I feel like I understand it with my guts. You know, hang on a minute, I just got to stand up because. I understand it with my guts, right? And but putting it into words is hard work, you know. But what it is, right? Okay, I'm going to try and go through this slowly so I can get it out properly. Okay, so try to bear with me, right? The Jews must have something. They've got something, right? So what have they got? I'm trying to let my guts feel this. What is it they've got? Because to me, it's like they've made an incision, and it's like the circumcision thing. It's like they've made an incision in humanity. They tried to make a cut, saying that where we draw the line, where is humans and where is animals. Tell me if I'm wrong. Is that what they tried to do? You should have an idea about this HRC. Tell them Mike says fuck off. Yeah, well, that's the sort of answer I'd expect from you, you know. Okay, let me just carry on from there then, right? Right. So in the Bible, we've got Christ saying, is it Christ? I don't know who. I forget who says what, right? But somewhere in there it says that the Gentiles don't need the law because they already act in the law. So it's like nature, right, has already got, whether we're human or not, doesn't really matter. We act in the law. Everything's God. Everything's made from God. So where the fuck is sin? What the fuck is sin? You know? I don't know. I just do what I think is right, you know. So we don't really know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So it's like, why listen to anybody? But they seem to have had an impact, because it's like they spawned Christianity, and then somehow out of all that lot come Islam. It's like, where do all these? Where does it stop? Where do we go from here? It's like they've created this great big space opera. It's like Star Wars with a naught on the end, and nobody can't. Everybody has to watch it, you know. There's wars going on. It never ends. Oh, I watched this great video the other day, right? And this imam talking to one of the National Socialist sort of guys in Britain. I you know, I don't know what his proper, you know, independent guy, whatever he is, you know. He was talking about Muhammad and this idea that he married his first wife. Oh, I forget her name. I apologise. I just wasn't paying that much attention. I forget her name. You know, the really famous one. Anyway, what he said was that the real story is that she was actually, when he married her, she was 21. She wasn't actually 6 years old. She was 21. The reason they brought the age down to 6 was to make it seem impossible that she wasn't a virgin. So they had to make it seem that she was pure, because otherwise they would know that she wasn't actually a virgin. It's really funny. I just like, I mean, there's all these odd people going on about like paedophilia and stuff, and he's a sort of like example for paedophilia and stuff. And apparently the whole reason why they put the age down, they made it like seem like that, was because actually they didn't want to, they couldn't compete with the Virgin Mary. Dear, I mean, it's not funny really, but I mean, it's funny in a way. But when you look past the funny side of it, it's actually deadly serious, isn't it? Or I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Should we all just laugh about it and laugh it off like, I don't know. It's one of those things, isn't it? I mean, which side do you stand on? To me, I just think, I don't know. I don't want to go one way or the other. You know, it's like, I don't want to take it too seriously, but I don't want to take it not seriously at all. So it's like, I don't know I don't know where to stand on these things. I'm a bit 50-50 here, you know. I just don't know. I can't say one way or the other. Dear. There's a lot of things like that, though. You know, there's a lot of things that I just can't make my mind up. You know, I just can't make my mind up. So I don't really know, and I end up in this position where I just feel like I don't know anything. I don't know. I don't know anything. You know. And to me, that is part of doing the work. It's like, it's knowing that you don't know anything. You know, you don't know anything. I don't know how to make sure I know anything. What criteria do I need? Who can I trust? What can I trust? Can I trust myself? Can I trust my own perceptions and consciousness? I don't even know that. How can I know that? Okay, I'm just going to read some comments now. Seeing if you're putting comments down. Who's going in comments? You think they want me to come back to Judaism? Okay. Yeah, that's right. They wear black and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the other thing, I don't want. I'd have to get circumcised. You know, I'd have to be really serious. I ain't that serious yet. You know. Yeah, well, you know, the Virgin Mary. I don't know. She ain't really giving out for anyone, is she? You know. I don't know. Maybe she does blowjobs. Maybe you know. Maybe that's what the appeal is. You know. I'm on your side, HRC as well. You know, that's good. Thank you, mate. Okay. They don't. They don't. Yeah. I lost you there a bit. So I was. You know, it's like my memory ain't that great. Anyway, how are we doing for time? 52 minutes. I've seen people go on for. I've done a video for about over 2 hours the other day. You know, the thing about doing live videos like this, it's like I could just go on for hours. You know. Anyway, I need to prepare. I can't keep making videos like this. This is ridiculous. I need to prepare. I've got things to prepare. What you're going to see in the future is me in pain and misery, and making real progress. I'm going to hate it. I'm going to hate it. You're going to love it. I'm going to hate it. You know. Oh dear. I'm already depressed about it. I'm starting to get depressed about it already. Okay, so please try and give me some support and encourage me and try and suggest how all the pain is going to be worth it for me, because I need encouragement, and I'm going to do it anyway. Your encouragement is actually completely pointless and worthless, actually, but give it anyway because it makes my channel look better and more realistic, because this is nothing to me, you know, so it doesn't really mean anything. And apart from the fact that I get paid for it, you know, I get paid at the end of the day. I get paid for making a big impact, you know. So the more viewers and more stuff I can get, the better. And so give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and your enemies, because I know most of you probably only got enemies and not friends. So share it with your enemies and so that they share of it, because nobody, anyone who sees it is bound to sort of think that, you know, I deserve loads of attention. Won't they? I mean, I don't want any attention, but if I get any, I can always run and hide. But I still think it will be fun. It'll be like watching fireworks going off. That's what I think it will be like. It'll be like a load of fireworks. So, you know, I love fireworks. It's always interesting, you know. It's always a load of fun. So share the video with people, especially with your enemies. Oh, thank you, HLC. I'm going to watch this video because I forgot nearly everything I said anyway. I'm going to watch it again in half an hour or so, probably. And maybe I'll comment or something in the comment section. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.